Well, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of My Two Cents for Change. We have a special guest today. Our topic is being the only child, and I'm honored to have my oldest child, Portia, and she is a mother. She is my dear friend because she's not just my child, but she is beautiful. She is a kind spirit. She is everything that you would want in a child. She's helped me in so many different ways. She's a entrepreneur. She's the owner of Beat Mode Cosmetics. She is a makeup artist. And so the link is in the description as to how you can schedule an appointment if you're in the Central Florida area. But we're going to have a discussion that she says she can talk all day about. She was there to help me in so many different ways, and I really do appreciate that. So I'm going to bring her to the stage and let her tell you about herself.
Hello.
Hey, Portia.
Hi.
Wow. I've only heard you talk about, well, I've heard you talk many times about being the oldest child. So I thought that was the perfect discussion um, for us. So what did it feel like being the oldest child growing up with your three younger siblings?
It was fun but challenging. Um, it was more so fun because I was the oldest, and then I had a brother that was right underneath me. So I'm a tomboy at heart. So we played a lot of video games and outdoor stuff. So it was cool.
Mhm. So
Yeah.
as the older child, I know that you basically in one conversation we had, you were telling me that you felt like you've been a mother for a long time because you had to look out for your siblings, and that's usually how it is when you're the oldest child. I've heard from other people that are the oldest say that they had to do different things and babysit kind of thing. How did that affect you? You know, did it? I mean, was it a big deal or? Um, how did that I mean, you said it was fun, but as more siblings came along, was it really fun?
No, not really. Cause then I had sisters, and then it was doing their hair, and then it was them borrowing my clothes, and yeah, so that part of it. But yeah, I feel like I've been a mama all my life. So,
So how
but
did
it prepared me for what I have now with my two boys. So it's
yeah,
a blessing.
I remember you coming in the kitchen watching me cook, and you end up being a better cook than me. But you know, hey, we got our specialties. So, um, but I just want to say salute to you, hats off, whatever. I don't have no hat on, but thank you so much for helping me because I don't think I really ask you to do some of the stuff. I remember you telling me you just took it upon yourself because you saw me doing so much and you wanted to help. Because you would even buy them stuff like it was your child, like it was your child. Like um, what made you? I mean, I know. I think you one of the kindest people that I know, and I'm not saying it because you're my child, because I got three other ones. So I say kind. You are very very kind. Um, and I just really at looking back, I'm wondering because I wasn't kind at all back then. So y'all used to say I was mean, and I was because I had a lot of stuff going on. Phyllis say, "Hey, Portia," and then she say she is kind. Um, but you know, I know that it was hard on me being a single mom, having children, and great responsibility. And I know you fully understand now that you're a mom. But I didn't realize the pressure that was on you to feel like now as an adult, you've been a mom since a very young age, which now I can make the correlation between the two. And so I just want to say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You got your kindness from a lot of different places. Wasn't for me, but at the time it is. I can say I'm kind now, but Back then, yeah, I was the mother.
But that comes with being a single mom and stuff like that, and trying to figure it out on your own. So your emotions and your mental space ain't where it's supposed to be. So I get it. So at that time, I just wanted to help as much as I could because I knew that mentally that's a lot. 4 kids, that's a lot, and I got two. Mm-mm. Nope. That's a lot. So I understand. So I just did what I knew best to help you out. So I learned cooking at a young age. I just doing hair, anything I could do to take a load off of you. I learned. If I could learn anything, I was gonna learn it. So
You
I,
did. You did. You really. And then you were kind of like a security guard for your siblings. You nobody wasn't gonna bother them with them. That was just. I mean, and you were tomboyish in a sense, but you were not. You were the type person that you can be kind. You do what you do as a female, but then when it came to taking up for your siblings, you did it. And so like if somebody tried to bother with them, you were right there. You like, this ain't gonna happen. So you just knew how to, give people a two-piece if they needed it to get off your siblings. Phil said that is a lot, and I got two. It is. And so I can't say thank you enough. And even with the kids learning how to drive. Now, Sean, his dad taught him somewhat, but you were old enough that you could teach the youngest two how to drive because you were 21, and that was stressful for me. And so you took it upon yourself. I got it, Mom. You were very patient, and you taught them how to drive. I mean, out of all of them, you are the, I would say, the better driver out of all of them. But you did good. You did good because they're driving.
yeah, you made me get my learner's permit.
Well, I made you because I was tired of chauffeuring you around. I was like, look, you got to do this. I mean, if you scared, I'll help you study. I'll do whatever. And so once you learn how to drive, you paid attention. It's the ones that were so eager to drive that, might have been
Yeah.
some issues.
We sat in that bed for hours going over that booklet. And you was like, you gonna learn this? We was repeating it back to each other. Like literally that was our time, our alone time learning that booklet just so I can get my learner's permit. Cause I didn't want it. I didn't even think about it. But you was like, you gonna get this learner's permit.
Yeah, I was like,
I got it. That was it.
You did. What else can you tell us about? Because I know you took a lot of whooping / beating / spankings. Because one thing you are very trusting person as far as people confide in you. Put it that way. They confided in you, and you would not say a word. And so that's a good quality to have because you don't have people call with me in the car and so somebody speaking for me. Okay. And you had yeah, we did the spankings. Phyllis say, oh no, not the spankings. But yeah, I done been in the car with you and your friends call and say, hey, Portia, you said my mom in the car. And so then they said, you said, just call me back later. Then I said, what they said, what they want? You said, Mom, I can't tell you. And so, you had that quality from a young age. And I used to be very, very private. I really don't care too much anymore because what can somebody do with my life? As far as me, private, as far as me keeping things to myself. But it was good that you were able to do that for your siblings. That's why you were getting in trouble because you wouldn't tell on the person. You knew who did stuff, but you wouldn't tell on them because you didn't want them to get in trouble. So everybody got in trouble. So it was like
I can tell on them now. It was my brother.
Yeah, he caused a lot of
My brother. He
Yeah.
ate all of the snacks soon as you came from the grocery store. And knowing that he did it, oh, I don't know. I didn't do it. You know
Yeah.
you ate those snacks. But because you were so mad, you was like, I just bought all this stuff. Like we would go to Sam's and everything, and he would come back. And it was like back then we had those the little dollar cookies. It was like a back then it was like $1 for a pack of cookies, like the 4 rolls. He would eat the whole pack.
Yeah, I feel say boys, yeah, because you know you got two of them. It's hard. Like you, Jaleesa and Bianca would just y'all didn't eat much. Sean, what I had a bunch of boxes of cereal across the refrigerator, and he would eat them up. And you said later as y'all got older, you was like, well, he's like, Sean, just wait, just get a couple of them, don't get a whole bunch. But you say he would clear the whole roll of cookies, and I had
He
a
didn't
box every day because he ate a box of cereal every day. He had that big old Jethro bowl, and you were trying to protect him and help him out, but he just
he was just hungry. But now that I have boys, it's like they eat all day, every day. And
yeah,
I got two. So
yeah. I just
when
had
I cook, everybody look at me like, why are you cooking all of that food? What you only got two children? And I'm like, they're gonna eat all this. It's gonna be gone in 2 days.
You're right. You're right. Nicole is
It's
laughing.
gonna be gone. It's gonna be gone in 2 days. I cooked a matter of fact, the other day I cooked two big pans of baked spaghetti, and my friends were like, Portia, that's too much. And 2 days later, it was gone. And it
Mm,
was just us. So boys eat a lot. So I
yeah,
get it.
they do. Yeah,
Girls nibble. We nibble and snack and keep it moving.
yeah.
But
He's strong as an ox now. That's what Aunt Phyllis said. Um, I know that there are times that even though I know you have such a kind spirit, you always looked out for everybody. I mean, you just, all you were the person that brought people together. All y'all would come to my house. Yeah. And you bring all your friends, skip days. You want them to come over there, but you knew it was a safe place and I would talk to them and tell them the right thing regardless and stuff. So at least I can say that, with all that you've gone through, to be the person that you are is just really a blessing. I it wasn't nobody but God. Because like I said, I was mean, but that was coming from a broken place, hurting and feeling, not so good about myself. And, in between all of that, still getting children and you having to help me through it. Not that I asked you to, but you did. And I was like, well, Portia, why did you do all that? You said, Mom, I was just trying to help you out. And I, in turn, wanted to make sure that you had a safe place to come to as well. You know what I'm saying? Just because I know there are times you've been frustrated and you'll call only about yourself and you'll let go 2-3 hours, let go, and I let you let you vent because I had not realized until one time we went through a session and you were saying that you felt like you had been a mother for all those years, trying to help me out. And, sometimes we as parents, we make mistakes and then that mistakes get put on the children. You know what I'm saying? It's the consequences, I guess you could say, gets put on the children in ways that you're not even aware of. But as you get older and you start having these conversations, then, that kind of helps me to understand. I mean, it's, you can't go back in time. So I've already asked you before to forgive me for everything that I put on you. And whatever I can do now to help you with your boys, I sure try to do it. You tell me I treat them better than I treated y'all. But that's just something about something about being a grandparent. Um, Brian said hello.
hi.
Um, what else can you remember about growing up being the only child and how you felt? because I know I'm gonna touch on this a little bit. You lost your dad at a young age, and I saw you go through a lot um, doing that. I mean, they would call me every day from the school, um, and just say, "Hey, she's crying again," but they wouldn't let you go to class because they said she was feeling bad or whatever. And so you going through all of that, and you still had a positive attitude, being mistreated, from the other side, and them not knowing that you were confining me, telling me what was going on is one of those things that, as a mother, how I was, but because you said, "Mom, don't say nothing," I didn't. I didn't. But I just thank God for the beautiful woman that you are. You're beautiful on the inside and on the out. I tell you, God didn't go wrong. He knew he made Portia perfect for me. You know, Phyllis said, not sometimes, but many times we make mistakes. But the issue is, did you learn from the mistakes? Yeah, I,
Yeah.
I I learned, and I'm sure everybody else, you've learned as well. It's just parenting does not come with a guidebook. So to have you there to help me, because I should have had a husband there, but been there, done that, here today, gone tomorrow, all that other good stuff. But you were there. You were my ram in the bush. You just really, really just blessed me. And I just know that a lot of times, we take it for granted that that child just wanted to do that. And even people with two-parent households, they put that responsibility on that child. And in all fairness, sometimes the parents have to go do certain things, but certain times parents, just do stuff that, it's just, I don't think they try, but they, sometimes we get into situations where, it's kind of hard to not utilize what you have there to get yourself an outlet. So, it's hard. Brian said, "Oh, that's so sweet." So again, just like I said, I can't thank you enough. And then on top of that, you took it upon yourself. You was like, basically, I'm gonna learn how to do something that I want to do. I know I used to do makeup. I worked for Bavante Cosmetics, and you watched me do a lot of that. You watched me do hair, and then that's what you started doing. And then you went to school and you taught yourself how to do makeup.
I
You know,
did. Yeah. That was a process on its own, but that was something that didn't come. It came with being a mother. So when Anthony was in the first grade, he wasn't doing good in school, and you was like, Portia, well, why don't you just do makeup? And I was like, I only do makeup on myself. And so when I was home and I had to stay home and find a way to make money because he still had to go to tutoring and all that stuff. So that's how makeup came along. It wasn't no, this is what I wanted to be when I grow up type of thing. But with you telling me, oh, Portia, just do makeup, I was like, okay, well, maybe I could do makeup. And that's how this came along. So I've been doing makeup for 9 years, over 9 years, 9 years, yeah.
wow. Andrew said, "Oh, indeed," and then Phyllis said, "Kudos to Portia and good job. You do. I mean, you do really, really well with makeup, and it just, I didn't know I was the reason that you started doing makeup. I just,
You did. You gave me that idea. You said, "Hey, Portia, well, I was like, well, Ma, I don't know how I'm gonna survive because I can't work. I have to make sure that he has something." So I was doing makeup out of my house for the first 3 4 years,
mhm.
3 years, and then I end up going to cosmetology school because one of my friends was going and told them that, oh, I got a friend that does makeup, and they end up calling me, and then I went. But not only did I go to cosmetology school, I went and got my diploma because of FCAT. I didn't pass one part, so I did both things at one time, which was hard, and still maintaining to make sure that my children were okay. And I worked another job on top of that, so it was a lot, but I made it through.
You did, and you didn't let. I mean, you did have some moments, but the thing that you kept your head up. you kept a smile on your face. And, and sometimes people can be, they can be cruel in what they say, but good at what they mean. You know,
Mhm.
um, so they want the best for you, and they'll say things, and they don't understand what you're going through. So in turn, they'll say some things that might be a little off, or like when you got a lot on your plate. Now, me, when I had a lot on my plate, there's a lot of things I neglected. As a mother. Not that I was intentionally trying to do it, but you get tired. You don't, and so to have you don't have anybody. You got your boys now, but you don't have anybody else that could pick up and could have done what you did for me. Well, actually, Jordan does. He can cook.
Jordan can cook. That's a chef right there. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So that's good. But um, I guess what I'm trying to say is, in spite of everything, because certain things I know that I'm not supposed to know, but certain things I know that you kept your head up in spite of. And so you made things work for you. Your focus was your boys, which is what it should always be, your children. um I know when I was before I became a Christian, I was out there in the world doing my thing, and I know that there's consequences that come with it and a lot of stuff. But as I began to serve the Lord, he began to bless my actions. He began to bless every move that I made. And um even after all of that, and when I couldn't work, I mean, it's not just you, but all my girls came together and said, "We got to help mama. We got to help, y'all." And I know y'all were busting y'all butt, uh, making sure that my bills were paid when I had my heart attack and I could not work. And y'all just act like it wasn't that. Okay, here. Okay, here. Okay, here. And so you already had that. You already had that. Leadership mentality, to make sure things that my mama is looked out for or taken care of. And even when I was given permission to go back to work, he took me to Dubai. Would not let me buy a thing. I tried to buy something. Mom, put your money away. I got this. I got this. And I say thank you again. You and y'all. I have some amazing children. I just know. And God knew who I needed. You know, Sometimes we wonder about, how did this happen? I know I do because of where I was before when I wasn't right and I was mean and everything else. But God took what he knew was in my heart, that there was a kind person once you start peeling back those layers of hurt, of brokenness, all those things that I know you've gone through as well, that was just something that I couldn't have even thought of on my own if I wanted to. Um, but Aunt Phyllis said those amazing daughters. Auntie Angie says he need to make me a banana pudding, and Nicole says that's amazing. Yeah. So I just I know people say you want to give people their flowers while they're living. I do want to tell you thank you from the bottom of my heart. you I okay, I'm gonna cry, but I remember one time I was having a bad day and I was at Bianca house and you just said something laid on your heart to bring something to me. And you brought me a bag and you just dropped it off. And I was like, oh my God. And I started tearing up. You said, Mom, I'm finna go because you're gonna make me cry. But that meant the world to me because I was having such a rough day, not being able to work and have to depend on other people. Even though y'all wanted to, I know that, you know, uh, Bianca said she was working like 2 or 3 jobs just trying to make sure she gave for me, and you and Jaleesa gave y'all portions and stuff. But that day you gave me something that said, I still have it. Let me go get it. Hold on.
I am to cry.
This ain't all of what you got me, but this one says world's most beautiful mom. And this one says, I love you, Mom. And there was a few other things in that bag. but that day having a rough day for me, that it might not have been much to somebody else, but to me, that meant the world. And I just don't know, like I said, how to thank you enough. I It don't take a lot to please me. When holidays or different things come up, I might say, okay, I want this, I want that. But if y'all don't get it, I don't care. As long as I get a phone call, just, hey mama, how you doing? Happy Mother's Day, or, you know, uh, happy birthday. Those things mean the world because that means you're thinking about me. And like I said, that day that you dropped it off, I knew you were thinking about me. I hope my eyelashes don't come off, y'all. But I knew you were thinking about me, and I know you think about me. You busy with your own life, but that, like I said, that was something what I call little but big for me. And so thank you again. I'm giving you your roses while you're alive.
Oh,
You've
thank you.
always been that person. And yeah.
Kind of person.
Mhm. Auntie Eddie said, I love those heartfelt moments. And Phyllis told me, I know she didn't leave the camera. I just forgot because I have it. I kept that and I keep it in my house as a reminder. And yeah, God knew what you needed. He did. And that's why I say, I think if a lot of parents would take the time to honor their kids. I know that we sometimes think the kids are kids, but those kids, you gave me a reason to live. You really did. When I had you, yeah, people say, oh, you had out of way like I did. But guess what? It motivated me. I worked hard, bust my butt to make sure that you had. And even though I had things happen in my life, you were that permanent thing that was there, or the permanent person that was there to always uplift me, to look at me and smile, and you always had that, what they call that apple stem smile type thing where it go up to your head. And I think Cheryl called you that, but you just really, really knew how to um, make my day, and you still do. You still do. Um, and Phyllis said, children are gifts from God. They really are. Because sometimes we just sitting there and we can mope in our misery, things we should have done, could have done, all this kind of stuff. But then when you have a child and you have a responsibility, then it motivates you to find something that you can be passionate about and make into a career like you've made as far as being a makeup artist. Um, and for me, I became a correctional officer. I became a real estate broker, had my own firm. All that stuff motivated me to make sure I could do for you all. Y'all took a trip every summer, and those were some of the most interesting summers. But again, like I said, I thank you because I couldn't have done it without you. Oh, sorry, y'all. And shut up. I didn't think I would do that, but I did. I did. I love my children. I do, and I love you dearly. Um, you're a great mom. I know it's tough at times because we all have those moments, but how they say, what doesn't kill you only make you stronger. And so I know it's making you stronger. And you just, you count down though, huh? You got both of
I
your boys in high school.
am. I am 4 years. I am counting those days and months and weeks, and I'm counting down.
Hmm.
I
Well,
am. People say they not, but I am. I want to see them off to college. I want to see them. I just want to see it. I just want to make sure I job well done. Like I just want to see it. So it may not. Most parents want their kids to be out the house. Don't want them kids to be out the house, but I want to see it.
that's one thing I always said about y'all. If as long as y'all was working or you were in school somewhere, y'all didn't have to be at the house. I don't know how parents expect children to succeed and excel if you don't help motivate them or give them a running start. Give them a chance to stay home, save some money, that kind of stuff. Because I got y'all cars, y'all were able to go to work. And I don't remember if I don't think I made y'all pay anything, did I? Uh,
Yes, ma'am.
what I made you pay?
I had to pay $200 a month. I think that was towards the light bill or something like that. It was just like, or something like that. It wasn't much, but it was just like
I
two,
think it was your car insurance that you had to pay.
something like that.
Yeah, it
It
was
was
your
something,
car
but it was
insurance.
like $200. But it was like, yeah, you gotta learn responsibilities. And then after a while, it was just like, okay.
Okay. Well, I knew well, I know when Bianca went to college, I didn't make her pay anything until she came back. Then when she came back, once she graduated, then she had to pay her car insurance. So, and her cell phone bill. But while she was in school, she didn't have to do all of that. So, it was a way of teaching responsibility, but based on what you were making and what you were doing, that was minute, and so it gave you a chance to save and get ahead, so that you can, because I don't know how many cars on my account. And so that was one way to help take care of that. But for the most part, just living there, it wasn't rent. It was, well, I guess you can call it rent, but it helped to pay different, that car insurance and whatever else. And then, y'all ate out a lot because y'all were in the streets. So y'all bought y'all own little stuff.
I
but,
did. I cooked a lot though too.
huh?
I said I cooked a lot though too back then, but
You did?
now I did. I cooked a lot. I didn't eat out much, but I worked at Subway, so I really didn't have to pay for food.
Yeah, I don't remember you cooking when you worked there because you ate there a lot. But
I
anyway,
ate, then I would cook. What I would tell the family to come over sometimes after church, and I cook like a big meal.
oh yeah, you love to do that. That's where you get that from your mama. I like cooking and having people come over and eat. Um, but my thing is to make sure that all y'all had a good running start, that that you were um, given a fair shot at life, and to always tell you, work or school, that was important because everybody's not cut out for college. Everybody's not cut out for a lot of different things. But one thing you can do, if you're able and you don't have anything to hold you back, everybody can work. Everybody can work. And so you did, but you, like I said, in high school and middle school, you braided hair. That was your money. And you didn't pay nothing. You didn't pay nothing till you were an adult. So that was that money that you made doing middle school and high school was the money that you kept, and you bought your siblings shoes and ice cream, all kind of stuff you did. And I didn't know that till later. And I was like, why did you do that? Well, mom, I had to because you at work and you sleep. And it's like, okay. And so like I said, again, I have to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know how people just kick their kids to the curb when they turn 18, they out the house, or they got to go when they graduate. And, you know, that's to me so unfair. But anyway, that's a whole different topic because that wasn't your case. But again, like I said, I thank you so much. I don't, I don't, okay, let's go back to your business. You're an entrepreneur now, and the name of your makeup professional name is Enhanced Beauty by TC.
By PC.
Yes, yes. I put the link in the description, so if people want to get in touch with you, Brian said you both love to cook and do it great. Thank you.
Thank you.
So this is it's going across the bottom. There's a link there, but I also got a link in earlier in one of the comments. It says freshener.com, but it tells you click on that link to schedule your appointment if you want your makeup done. And I'm wearing some Purple Rain on my lip. That's Beat Mode Cosmetics. It's her cosmetic line. Put a number in there also if you want to order some is going across the bottom of the screen. You can probably be better to text her so she'll know what you're trying to get. I have Purple Rain. She also has a new color called Mary J. Beige. She has the Brown Sugar Baby, which is like a burgundy color. And then she has the Ruby Red, which is a red lipstick. And so if you want any of those lipsticks, and she has eyeshadows too. I don't really wear eyeshadow like that, but her number is 305-857-5813 is how you can reach her for lipstick or eyeshadow. And if you want to make an appointment, just click on the link that's there in the description box to schedule your appointment. And I'm sure you won't be disappointed. You'll be glad that you'll tell me thank you later. So she's in the West Oaks Mall in a salon that's right next to J.C. Penney's. So, and if you're not familiar and you're, in the Orlando area and you come, you can just Google the West Oaks Mall, and that's 9401 West Colonial Drive, Ocoee, Florida, 34761. Thank you so much. Again, anything else you want to say about me and what you took away from watching me be a mother and what you decided I'm not going to do? Because there are things I decided I wasn't going to do. So I'm sure some stuff you decided you were going to do, not going to do as a parent. What are some of the takeaways that you utilize in your life as a mother?
Just my kids being comfortable with talking to me, coming to me, and telling me certain things.
Yeah, I had to stop you from telling me stuff when you got older. I was like, that's enough, because yeah. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
But yeah, but just having them come to me and talk to me about certain things and what's going on, and especially that I have boys, because what I've learned with having male friends is mentally men go through a lot and they hold in a lot. And so with me having boys, I want them to have that safe space where they can come and say, hey mom, this is on my mind, without being judged or saying you're soft, or, just coming to me and being open about certain things that they want to talk about. I have no problem with it. So that's one thing.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, I see. Brian said this is great, and then Daniel said I have Purple Rain waiting on my other colors. Yeah, and that's good because kids do need a safe place, and I know a lot of times I slept a lot because I worked the night shift. I worked 12-hour shifts, and so I slept a lot. But as I began to get older, and y'all would tell me some stuff, I'd be like, oh Jesus, but you're telling details came older where, like I said, I had to like, okay, Portia, that's enough. I can't take this. I can't take it. You still my child. I don't want to hear this. But I do listen. I do listen. I let you vent. And what you tell me don't say nothing, I don't say nothing. So I'm glad you're able to do that for your boys, because then that, like you said, boys go through stuff just like they human. Mm-hmm. And so, them being human, means they need an outlet too. They need somebody that they can go to without any judgment, without any, whatever, because people can be cruel, and especially at school nowadays with social media and all this kind of stuff, people are just,
It's different from when I was growing up. I'm like, man, this what y'all go through.
Say that men go through a lot. Oh yeah, Phyllis said it. They do go through a lot.
They do. Really do.
CIA. Yeah, I am the CIA, because if you come to me and say don't say nothing, it ain't going nowhere. But Portia way worse than me. Way worse than me.
I was just talking about that when Dan was pregnant, and you was like, why you didn't tell me? Because when she said don't tell. And like, I'm not telling.
Chip did that for me. When I was pregnant, I told him don't say nothing. They were like, man, when I finally told them, he's like, why you didn't say nothing? He said, because she told me don't say nothing. He was that person too you can confide in. So and that's what I was. So I'm glad you are for the boys, because yeah, I just like, she was pregnant. But it's good that they can come to you and talk to you and stuff. And you're gonna give them good sound advice, I'm sure. Because you don't had to check me. But in a respectful way. I'm mama, but you're like, Mom, you can't say that. Mom, you do it in a way where it's no big deal. You know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying, and I could have said it better. But it's been a while, I believe, since I've had an episode of any one of those things. But it's just I am glad that you are my daughter. I am glad that you are my daughter. I am so proud of you as a mother, as a friend, as a daughter, as a sister. Everybody don't have big sisters like you. Well, I do. Yes, I do. I do. I have a big sister like you. I can go to and confide in and, and talk to and stuff. And that did a lot for me emotionally. So, yeah, family is everything, Aunt Phyllis says, and that's true. So, like I said, I wanted to put you out there and just let the world know how much I appreciate you. And, just knowing that you're everything to me. Um, and you the one that take those little bitty things and just make it a big thing for me. You just I talk to you when it's something going on, pretty much when something going on with the boys or when you having a bad day. But other than that, you just might like text me, hey mom, such and such such. And I was like, nope, well, it's just one of those things that it's like friendship. You don't have to talk every day. Now some people I do talk to pretty much every day, and that's cool too. Everybody has different dynamics in a relationship, even with your children, but I know that every last one of you have love for me. I mean, you really, really do. You go above and beyond, um, and that's it. Can't nobody um, can't nobody take my place. Can't nobody take my place. So just did I say that? Such and such and such and such. I probably did. That's right. I talk to myself daily. That's Andy, you so crazy. But she trying to be funny. But I just wanted to let the world know that you my daughter. You the baddest makeup artist out there. You're a great mom.
Thank you.
Spend too much money on those boys, but you a great mom. I be telling you, girl, we used to do hot dogs. You had a birthday parties be costing hundreds and hundreds and $100. We used to have hot dogs, hamburgers, potato chips. We were right out the door, y'all gotta have these fancy this social media thing is so and I'd be like, Portia, you like, Mom, I gotta have this. I was like, oh Lord, that's my word. That's your word for me, Mom. When I know your mind made up, you mom. So, but they'll remember that. They know that you got love for them, you there for them. And like I said, I appreciate it. I appreciate this. You love your mama. You do. World's most beautiful mom. That's so sweet. Oh, when Phyllis say beautiful Portia. So
Thank you.
typically your work schedule is what? What's your work hours?
Um, Usually Wednesday through Saturday are my normal business hours. Um, Wednesday and Thursday is 12 to 6 or 5. And then Friday and Saturday is 10 to 6 because West Oaks Mall closes at 7. So the
Okay.
last of 6 o'clock.
Okay. So you happy with your moves that you're making in life right now, and you've learned to set boundaries and all that good stuff to keep yourself alive and mentally strong and aware, which is good, which is good. And like I said, I've got her information going across the bottom of the screen. So if you need an appointment to get your makeup done, remember to click on that link. It'll be in the description, the comment section as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. And again, have a great rest of the day. And until next time, our next show is going to be about being 40, no children, and single. So if you want to tune in, that's on September the 8th at 5 o'clock. Our special guest will be Andrea. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, and thank you again, darling. Love you.
Love you too.
All right. Bye.